behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Palm Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Another great interview coming up in just a moment. But before we begin, don't forget about that subscribe button and bell buttons below there if you haven't done that already, and you will always be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And leave a comment on the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you there. And check out the description part as well as the closing credits at the end of the show, because we'll have contact info for you, so I hope you'll stay tuned for that. For the second time on our show from Seattle, Washington, we have BrandiWyne. She's going to be updating us on some things since last time, and it's been a couple years. So I know you want to check that out. And we'll get to that in a second, but first there's a quick word from the Caden Gordon Show, as well as Woody's Drumsticks. And if you purchase anything and type Palm Mash TV at checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. So don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
It is Caden from the Caden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. Check out my show at thecadengordonshow.com.
At Woody's Drumsticks, we focus all of our sticks on being a hair longer than everybody else's. Why? Well, all of our sticks are going to be going through the same quality control process as every other stick on the planet. However, the extra length gives you an extended reach, so you can reach for higher cymbals. It makes the sticks last a little longer. We put our shorter taper at the end, which gives more girth in the base of the stick and allows you to play for longer, better, stronger, faster. So once you switch from one brand to Woody's, you'll never go back, and that's a guarantee.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Seattle, Washington, for the second time on our show, we have BrandiWyne with us today. Thanks for joining us, Brandi.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you back again. It's been a good couple of years. And first of all, I'd like to ask you, is there any kind of updates you'd like to let everybody know about you since it's been a while, or maybe you can let us know that.
2 years, there's been so much. We have been playing around live, doing lots of fun stuff. We've been winning some awards for some of our music, which is great. This year, we're actually nominated again because we had to judge for 2 years, but we're nominated again for the ISSA. So we've got like 8 nominations in that. We're still waiting for the Josies to release. We're about to leave. We're going to be doing a kickoff show in Tacoma, Washington at the Spanish Ballroom to start off our tour for the BC area. And then we're going to be leaving up for the BC area, and we'll be touring around starting the 7th of July in the BC area and doing about 12 shows up there. What else? We have a New York tour scheduled for November and a Halloween show that we're finalizing. We have a lot of new music that's come out since then. Yeah, just lots of different stuff. Where we're constantly moving and changing, and some of the band members have changed since I spoke with you last time. Unfortunately, with live music, sometimes things end up changing. People have different life plans or different things that happen, and then we have to replace and move around and reconfigure. And so we've got a couple new members. But yeah, just in general, just keeping busy, writing music, performing, having a good time.
Okay, well, that's quite a bit there. And you just mentioned a minute ago about your New York tour, I think you mentioned. Do you have any dates you could tell us about? That way, if they're in the area, they could check you out.
We start in New York on November 18th, and we're down there for about a week and a half. The actual date locations, my record label is still finalizing, so I can't give those out yet. But if you go to my website, BrandiWynemusic.com, all of the dates are up there. And as we get the locations, we're posting those as well. So you can follow along on there.
Okay. And I'm sure all your streaming information is on there too, and your Facebook information and anywhere else we can find you.
Yeah, bigrecords.world, or really any streaming site. BrandiWyne music is on pretty much everything. So if you just Google BrandiWyne, BrandiWyne, then you'll see the pop up, and all our stuff should be listed.
Okay, well, check out those dates she just mentioned to you and go on her website. There will be more for you, and check them out on all the streaming sites and the social media sites, and keep up to date with her. I know she would be glad if you did that for her. And we're getting ready to watch this video in just a moment. It's called Monsters in My Head. There must be quite a story behind that song.
Yeah. So there, with the pandemic and everything that happened, everyone out here never really got back to normal. It's better, but you can definitely see that people are still struggling. And so it kind of brought up the topic in my friend circle about mental health. There were a few people who really were struggling with it. And the one person had made a comment that they're like, but you seem fine. You seem happy. You're always sharing all this good stuff. And they were like, well, that's because we don't want to burden everyone. I'm not going to throw it out there and be like, hey, I feel, like not climbing out of bed today. But it evolved into this very serious topic about how so many people are struggling with mental health, and either they don't know what it is, or, they want to keep it to themselves. They don't want to be a burden. They don't want other people to feel responsible or feel sorry for you, or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of stigmas that are negative behind it too. Personally, I suffer from SAD, which is seasonal affective disorder. So I don't get enough sunlight, and I get depression during the winters here in Seattle. And so I have to take medication for that during the worst months of it to help me get through. But yeah, so I decided to make this song, and it's all about basically mental illness and how we have these voices in our head that are telling us, we're not good enough. We don't deserve things, all the self-doubts and the negative proclamations that run through everybody's mind from day to day, social media and print and all that says we need to be a certain way, we need to act a certain way, and maybe we don't feel like we fit in, or that we follow that, or it's a struggle. And but then day to day we just smile and pretend everything is fine, and go about our normal 9 to 5, and then it's when we get home that you really feel it. But it doesn't change the fact that it's there. So with the music video, since it's such a serious subject, we kind of wanted to lighten it up a little bit. So we ended up using the analogy of the perfect little suburb where everything, neat and clean, and all the houses look the same and have nice little green yards, and everybody's all dressed up friendly. And but in reality, it hides this dark secret that there's a monster amongst the community that decides to start striking back at people when they're wronged. But everyone just tries to pretend it's not there. So the monster goes out and seeks out its prey, so to speak. But yeah, it was really fun to make, and I got to work with a really great producer. Oh God, my brain is not functioning. Jordan Knight, and he had some friends that worked on some movie sets, and so they were able to help him with some of the advanced editing and like the special effects and stuff, which was really cool too. So it's definitely the most cinematic video I've ever gotten to do. It also took the longest, but
okay. Well, it does sound self-explanatory in a way, and I know the video was really cool, and I think you guys will enjoy that. And we're going to get to that shortly, as I said. But before we begin that, I just want to thank you again, Brandi, for coming on again. You're always welcome back if you have anything new to plug in the future.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
Okay, and here it is, Monsters in My Head by BrandiWyne, and it begins right now.
You're probably wondering what happened. It's such a beautiful neighborhood. And why is this man in such a hurry? And why did he come over for tea and not say please and thank you? I hate it when people don't say please and thank you. Oops, I was telling a story here. In order to understand, I have to bring you back to the beginning.
From the sheets like I'm shedding a light. Shadows seem to linger no matter how I try. Smiles like an armor, hide the noise inside my chest. Laugh louder though I'm breaking, at my hurt and my regret. Lost in the beauty of the painted lies. Compare my worth daily, my spirit dies. There's a monster in my head, scaring me at night, saying wish that I was dead. Just give up the fight. Tears fall from my eyes, pretend to be alright. Keep telling myself lies, then one day I might learn not to be misled by the monster in my head. Living out in the light while the dark won't let me go. Down in silent battle.